Okay, so today we are going to see a puggle. I feel like this is way too close to me. Oh, I've just moved my mirror. Yeah, lovely puggle, which for those of you that don't know what that is, it is a pug crossed with a beagle. They can be quite different actually. Some of them are really small and look more like pugs, and some of them are really big and look just like a bit of a weird beagle. But they're always very, very cute, so it'd be nice. And we're doing package B2, which is a walking package only. So apparently he's brilliant in the house, no issues in the house whatsoever, which is lovely. So we won't need to be focusing too much inside. Obviously we need to go through all the leadership structure, make sure we've got some good boundaries and house rules in place. But other than that, we can spend much more time focusing on the walking issues, which are basically that he pulls on the lead, he's dog reactive, but he's never aggressive. So he's doing a lot of barking, but he's not actually trying to go and attack or anything. So it sounds like it's normally with reactivity, it's more of a frustration thing. So there's quite often a bit of fear in there, a bit of excitement. The emotions get all kind of mixed up and they just react. So we're going to deal with that. And then recall, which is obviously really common for beagles anyway. So we need to sort out his recall. He's got a bit of a chase drive apparently, and if he's off the lead he will run up to dogs and bark, but again doesn't actually attack, but he's still doing the reactivity off the lead. So we've got to make sure that's not happening, because that's obviously not nice for other walkers and their dogs who are going to get scared. So yeah, so we've got all of those walking issues to sort out. And puggles are normally pretty clever actually, and very sweet, happy little dogs normally. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. But obviously with both of those breeds are pretty stubborn, so they can be quite stubborn and willful, which we will need to overcome and work around. And I think it's going to be a lovely session, and I'm glad that it's a bit cooler today, because obviously it was a really, really hot day. We can't spend as much time out on the walk as I would like. So the last session I did, which I think was yesterday, after about 20 minutes, half an hour on the walk, we decided it was too hot and we needed to go back. But hopefully today that's not going to happen, because it's overcast, it's a little bit cooler, the sun's not out, which although I love the sun from a training perspective, it's not ideal to be trying to work outside on a really hot day, obviously. So we should be able to do a decent walk, stop the pulling. That normally is quite quick, so I'm not worried about that side of it. I've got Puck obviously, so that we can have a look at exactly what's happening with the dog reactivity and do some practice work with Puck, and then hopefully go to a park or somewhere nearby where they live, so that we can have a look with a bit more distractions and also make a good start on the recall. They do have another one-to-one session as part of this package, which is purely a walking session. So in the next session we will actually meet up in a park somewhere with lots of distractions and other dogs, which will be really helpful. But for today we prefer to get all the leadership structure and everything in place and work in a bit of a quieter environment. So we'll work with Puck to start with, demonstrate techniques, find out what's going to work best for this particular dog. He might need a change of lead. I don't know. We never know really till we get there what's going to work best with that particular dog. So I'm sure I'll figure that out pretty quick, and hopefully we'll get some really nice before and after videos, so you can see how much of a difference a good trainer can make even in one session. We do pride ourselves on, I would say 99 times out of 100, people do see really quite big improvements even in the first session, and then obviously it's a case of you've got to carry it all on and stick to it, and they just continue to get better. So anyway, I will sign off. I'll get some nice videos and I'll talk to you after the session. Leave. Leave. Even at that distance, we would have had a problem. Wow. That's amazing then. We didn't get a single bark. We got a bit of pulling, and don't let her get that far ahead. That's it. Shorten that lead a little bit because you shouldn't have to be doing that much movement. That's it. Perfect. Yeah, it was another dog coming now. Let's see how that goes. So again, leave and a bit of pressure if you need to.
Would you say leave as soon as she stops?
Yes. Leave. Don't stop walking. Just keep walking. Leave.
Leave, Freya.
Leave. Good. Leave.
Leave.
Relax. Good. Well done. Well done. This is going to be terrible videos all over the shop. That feel easier to cope with than how it would have been normally.
Oh, millions.
Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, look at you. This is so nice. Good. No more pulling. Hey, zero pulling whatsoever. She doesn't care that Puck's behind her. Well done, Freya. Hopefully we'll see some more dogs, get some more conditioning in. Yes, good girl. Good girl, Freya. Well done. Excellent. So that was the dog right over there across the road. But we're still getting her to leave it. Right, turn around and come to me. Good, good girl. Right, call her.
Freya.
Yes, good girl. Well done. And for a dog that I've got written down 0 recall at all, she's doing amazing. Absolutely amazing. Good girl, yes. Try and get that yes word in as soon as she turns to look at you, rather than when she's already got to you, because she's getting the reward when she comes, but I want her to get a pre-reward with the yes when she turns. I mean, this is great. She's following you. Wow. Good girl, Freya. I'm loving this. We got so much focus. You know, compared to you saying she was just hypervigilant and no focus at all, and now she's good girl, running over Puck and not caring. Wow.
Oh my God, you're so tired. Did we have a lovely day? And you're shattered. You done for the day? Is that it now? Are you going to snooze all night? She's like, I think so. I think I will do the snoozies. Oh my God. Good girl, Freya.
Okay, well, Freya is incredibly sweet. Really, oh, such a pretty little girl with the big eyes, and she's got that expression down pat of nobody loves me. So yeah, but really a lot more anxious and insecure than I was expecting, actually. She is good in the house, but clearly with somebody new around, she was quite tense. Not in an extreme hypervigilant way, but just clearly not really relaxed. It took her a long time. She didn't bark or anything when I went in, but she was pacey, showing some stress signs. Took her quite a while to actually lie down and chill, and then was still a little bit nervous with me interacting with her, but such a sweet little girl. So we covered some basics in the house which are actually going to really help to improve her confidence. Obviously went through all the leadership structure, which is going to really help with that as well, and then went out for a walk, and we had to try a few different leads actually, because she was so good in the house and responded really well to pressure and release on a slip lead when we were just walking up and down outside the house. But then the moment we saw a dog, that slip lead just wasn't right for her at all. She was really pulling through it. Obviously she's used to being walked on a harness, which I think you already know my views on harnesses, especially for reactive dogs. So we had to get her off that because she wasn't used to being controlled at the neck. She was pulling through the slip lead and making choking noises, which I can't bear. So we tried to then switch to a figure of 8. nope, wasn't happy with that. That really stressed her out. So straight away got rid of that. And oh my goodness, what a difference when we put her on the prong collar. She just took to it. She was so much happier. Literally from the moment we put that on, you could see her whole posture change. She was so much more relaxed. There was no more choking, no more pulling through. She just, yeah, she really cottoned on to that, did some pressure and release, conditioned her to it. She was, yeah, absolutely wonderful. So we've ended up walking her on a prong, which has really, really helped with the reactivity. No more pulling at all. She was a lot calmer. Didn't really see the hypervigilance that they'd been talking about, that, you know, when she's outside she's just instantly crazed. We didn't get any of that. I think because we got rid of the harness and taught her that we were in control, she just, yeah, she just let go of that, which was really nice to see. So much less stress altogether. We saw quite a few dogs when we were out. We did a fair bit of work with Puck. Her reactivity to other dogs was pretty severe, actually. And what it seems like, because obviously the owners haven't had her from a pup, and the previous owners, I think, just weren't walking her. So she's just obviously really unsocialized and everything. You know, we saw a man sweeping his driveway and that scared her, you know. So she's just one of those dogs that everything is just like a big deal at the moment. So yeah, her dog reactivity was quite intense. There was a lot of fear, a lot of classic beagle noises which you will have seen in the video. So we went back home, we conditioned her to an e-collar, and that worked beautifully. We tried a vibration, but it really, even a high level vibration, she was just blowing through it. She wasn't having an impact on her in terms of calming her down, and she was just very quickly getting used to the sensation, which means that we'd never get her off the lead, because we want to get to a point with Freya where we can have her safely off the lead, initially on a training line, which we started work on today, as you'll have seen, but then getting her safely off the lead and not charging up to another dog and barking in its face, because obviously that's not nice for the other dog, but it's also very dangerous for Freya. She's not a big dog, and if she does that to the wrong dog, she's the one that's going to get hurt. And also just, you know, zero control. We can't have her doing that, being out of control, ending up running across a road or getting lost because she's charged off after something or picked up a scent. Very strong beagle work drive in her, so her scent drive, you could see, was very, very strong as well. And again, if we're going to get her happily off the lead, having a great quality of life and running around and having all the free time fun that dogs should be getting, we're not going to get to that unless, well, I'm convinced we would never get to that with Freya, with a dog like Freya, without using an e-collar. This is why they're such a wonderful tool, because you can take a dog that just literally would not be able to get to that point ever, and get them to that point hopefully within a few months. I don't think it's going to take her that long. She's clearly very intelligent, but she does have these really, really intense drives which we've got to override, and then we need to redirect those drives to what we want from her, which we're going to focus on. She's not really into play, but she's got a great food drive. So I want to redirect that intense scent drive and this intense fear reaction drive with other dogs. I want to redirect that to let's have that drive to do lots of great obedience work and training with my owners. That way we're getting the focus, which we were already starting to get actually when we went out and did the training line work. It was amazing for a dog that, you know, in the phone call and when I first got to the session, I'm told zero recall, just, you know, even when there's no distractions, nothing at all, no recall. And she was doing great recall. She was, yeah, really cottoning on straight away, conditioned with the e-collar recall really quickly, learn straight away. We feel that, we come, we get a treat, it's all great. She was really happy, she was really focused. I was loving watching her work. We didn't spend a huge amount of time outside, partly because it's warmer than you think out there, and we were out for a little while and going in and out, switching leads and things till we got the right one. So I didn't want her to get really overstimulated, especially because we had seen quite a lot of dogs. We were doing a lot of new things for her brain today, so I kept it nice and short and sweet, ended on a positive. Really happy recall work, fantastic heel work by the end, and was pretty much buddies with Puck by the end, from not being able to even look at him at a distance of about 60 yards to walking side by side, not giving a monkeys, which was just wonderful. So yeah, she did really, really well, and great owners, clearly very committed. Pretty sure they're going to follow it all through and keep going, and yeah, really enjoyed the session, both the dog and the people, which is always what we want. We got to have fun with everybody, and we left Freya really quite tired, having a snooze on the floor, nice and chilled, having really enjoyed her work and being able to have a walk. You know, we've gone out to this dog who wasn't even able to be walked every day because the walk was just so stressful for them and for the dog. So what we've done is we've got her to a point where they can actually take her out, and we've recommended short walks so she doesn't get overstimulated, and obviously not going to throw her in the deep end and take her somewhere where there's loads of dogs running around. Absolutely not. We're going to keep everything small and keep it so she's seeing dogs on a distance and not going to places where there might be dogs off lead running up to her. We're going to avoid that at the moment because she's not ready for that, but at least now she can be walked every day. You know, we can make sure she's not pulling them anymore. They know exactly what to do when they see a dog and how to calm her down, and she's going to be fantastic in no time, I reckon. So we have made an appointment for the second session, which is in 3 weeks time. So I'm going to let them spend plenty of time working on the leadership and everything we've put in place for the walk-in, and just getting her used to going out every day, getting her used to being around dogs at a distance and staying calm with that, and getting rewarded when she is calm seeing a dog, all of that lovely stuff. And then in 3 weeks we're meeting up at a park, which will be a lot more distracting, so that we can have a look at how she's getting on and do a little bit more work, I would imagine, at that stage on the recall. And hopefully, I'm hoping that her heel work by then and her reactivity will be, well, I'm sure it will be, because I know that her owners are fab and they're gonna teach her really well. So by that stage, I reckon that we'll have minimal reactivity, and we can then start doing a lot more work on the socializing, getting a bit nearer to dogs, and looking at getting her off the lead safely, doing some more work on the line. So yeah, really great session. Quite a tough one. She made me work hard today, little Freya. So yeah, I thought it's really funny because I went inside and I was thinking this dog's really easy. And then she was actually doing really well, and then we saw a dog in the distance even, and I suddenly went, wow, okay, that's quite intense. That's quite an intense drive we've got going on there. And yeah, that's when she made me work. But I'm really chuffed with everything we've done. Found the exact right tools for the dog, which have just helped her so much already. I mean, the difference, I know I'm banging on about the difference when we put that prong collar on, just seeing her relax was just lovely. So yeah, that's what it's all about, getting the right tool for the right dog. They're all different, and we have to figure out what's best for them. Anyway, I will go home now, and I need to type all of this up and ping it all over, and then I can look forward to seeing them again in 3 weeks time and seeing how they're getting on, and we'll do some more videos and update you then.